For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone here with women's head basketball coach Julie Goodenough. Her team in an exhibition tonight at Moody Coliseum knocks off crosstown friends McMurry 97-46. Some quick thoughts.
First off, I was really proud of the way our starters started the game. We've really emphasized we've got to start a game quick and fast and set the tone, and I really felt like they did that. One of our points of emphasis was to get the ball in the paint, and we forced turnovers and got a lot of shots in the paint early on. I think that really just set the tone for the whole game, just with our defensive intensity and really trying to either drive into the paint or feed our post players.
This was your first game as head coach at ACU without Whitney Swinford on the floor. She was in the stands, I noticed, across the way. You started Bree Wright tonight. First of all, what had she done to earn that spot, and how impressed were you with her tonight?
Her defense continues to improve week after week. She's a prolific passer. I think she's really understanding our offensive sets and personnel on the floor and which side of the court to go to according to who's in the game with her. So she is starting to really settle down into our style of play and just I think just understanding our offensive philosophy. She's done a good job with that, and probably the biggest adjustment for her was to change her defense a little bit, and she's coming along week by week, improving on the defensive side.
And by and large protected the basketball. I think you had less than 5 turnovers through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, she did a nice job. She's a good ball handler, sees the floor very well. That was probably the biggest thing for us in the recruiting process with her, is just the great court vision and ability to pass that she has. So she's doing a nice job taking care of the ball.
One of the things we noticed last, whatever it was, November, I guess it was, when you had the signing day, we saw the players you were bringing in, we saw their size, and we saw them in practice, but it's quite a different thing to see them on the court. You've got size. You got bigger really at every position. Dominique Golightly's 5'11" at a guard spot. I've got to believe that could cause some matchup problems, and you bring in a 6'4" Lexi Kerrigan and Pam Herrera and Bree Wright. I'll say this about the freshmen. They clearly got the message that when you're open, you shoot.
Yeah, they are not
bashful,
scared to shoot it for sure. And they're good scorers. They're good three-point shooters, and they can score on dribble drives. And so I appreciated them being aggressive tonight and being ready to shoot when they were open.
On one hand, exhibitions don't count, but they do matter, don't they?
Absolutely, and this was so important for us to play a real game before we start the season at Missouri on Friday. We had a tremendous crowd tonight. I felt like the ACU community really came out and made it exciting, but McMurry brought a big crowd out as well, so it was fun to play a crosstown school. Good environment tonight, and what we just told our team is that will be reversed on Friday. It'll be a whole Missouri crowd there, and so that will bring on some adversity in itself, but it was just good to get a game under our belt before we go and play for real on Friday. It
will get tougher. ACU takes on SEC opponent Missouri, an NCAA tournament team from a year ago. Friday night, 7 o'clock tip-off. You can catch the game on the ACU Sports Network. For Coach Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone for ACUsports.com.